All right, welcome back to the Best Stocks in Crypto podcast on YouTube, episode 15. Just coming off an absolute banger episode last week. If you guys haven't checked it out yet, run that up. We had Joshua Jake on. We were talking about vector space AI. We were talking about a ton of other different cryptos. Very good conversation. Most viewed video we've had, most watch time viewed video we've had, and it's only been 1 week.
1.6K views in a week.
I just checked it like this morning. We have like 330 hours in watch time. I think we've had like 600 hours in watch time out of like all other of our episodes, and we've done like 15 other episodes plus like clips.
We're getting it.
We absolutely murdered that episode. Guys, we've been on Spotify for about like 4 or 5 weeks now. I'm not sure if you guys know about it, but all you have to do is search the Stonk CEOs podcast on Spotify, and our logo, everything comes up. You can download all the episodes. It's the audio version of every episode. Luis, our editor and audio engineer, overseer, whatever we want to call him, he put in a lot of work getting us the Buzzsprout and getting us on Spotify. So if you guys don't want to just watch the YouTube videos, if you're driving to work, highly recommend you guys sub to that channel, follow it. And we're going to be posting episodes every single week as well on Spotify. We're working on Apple Music, working on Google Play, but Spotify and YouTube are the two right now. So check that out.
Yes, sir.
Back to the podcast.
Mm-hmm. We had a good giveaway too. The VXV. John has a good story.
Yeah, I got scammed.
We got a good story to tell you. John got scammed by one of you fellow people. One of you fellow viewers.
I got scammed by a pack.
Appreciate you.
Like impersonated someone on Twitter, and then I sent them $100, and then they like I announced the first winner on Twitter, and they changed their profile picture, retweeted everything that this chick posted on her Twitter. So like when I looked through her profile, it was her feed, but at the top it said you retweeted, and I just didn't catch on to that. And then her username, the I and the E were swapped.
My house is burning.
I thought that was me for a second.
Are you kidding me?
Because I'm the only one here.
Get your shit together. What is going on?
Yeah, Josh's wife is learning how to cook right now. That's funny.
About goddamn time.
Anyway, we ended up paying the actual winner, and then Josh sent her, what was it, rubies or whatever.
Rupees, baby.
Yeah, rupees, like 4,800 rupees. So she got paid.
Cadillac with that.
That's so.
Oh yeah, she's balling now in fucking where the hell she was from.
She was from the Philippines. But I hope you guys that watched the podcast last week who are new to crypto didn't like ape into VXV, because the entire crypto market's just been taking a shit since that episode because of all the China FUD that we have. I know, Caleb, you wanted to talk about the Evergrande, what happened last week, and then we can eventually talk about China banning crypto again too. But
yeah, so if you guys don't know, I feel like everyone in the fucking world knows about Evergrande by now, but we'll talk about it briefly. So Evergrande is the second largest real estate owner in China, and currently they have $305 billion in debt that they can't pay. They've known about this for a while, but it's getting to the point where they actually came and like pay the interest on their debt. So there's two options here. Obviously, they're going to either go under and cause a massive mess in China, or China's going to bail them out. And I think we were talking about this beforehand. I think the chances of bailout are like, well, it's a communist country, right? So like 95+%. Even on top of that,
baby.
The market's tweaking. The market is just like crypto. Everything is pulling back because this Evergrande thing. Everyone's like, oh, the contagion is going to ruin the international market. Like, dude, you not realize like how hard it is to invest in China as an outsider? Like, that company is so siloed. It is so incredibly siloed. So even if that goes down, right? If for some God knows reason China doesn't bail them out, if that company goes down, the amount of outside investment is so little, it's really not going to affect much. It's going to affect some banks, don't get me wrong, but like it's not going to affect us nearly as much. People like the contagion. Nah, it's like whatever. But China's going to bail them out.
The whales bought the dip. The whales literally bought the dip. Like,
I still think, I've been saying this for a minute, I think the market's going to move sideways for the relative, year future. But
wait, say that again?
I think the market's going to move sideways. I mean, we need it to move sideways for valuations to like
catch up.
Like, yeah, with revenues to catch up to valuations.
Are you talking about like crypto or like the all markets?
Stock market. No, I think crypto's going to go up for sure.
Imagine investing in the Chinese stock market. It's like ridiculous how it moves. I would hate to be in an environment like that.
Yeah. I wish our market would move like that, for God's sake. It's boring as shit.
Yeah, I'd rather have it be boring, honestly.
Well, No, I like volatility, man. I like volatility. I don't like shit that goes up $2 one day, down $2 the next, up $2 one day, down $2 the next. That's just not my thing.
Yeah,
but
we
over the
mentioned.
last,
I was just gonna say that we mentioned that literally every freaking podcast that like the market cap between crypto and its equities is like 45x difference. So like crypto is gonna be like that, and people think that it's just a scam that's gonna go to zero, but like in reality, it's because there's not a lot of money in crypto. There's only $2 trillion. Like we're gonna eventually get to the point where it's gonna be boring like stocks, and people are gonna be mad that they didn't hold their investments from just selling it over like FUD articles like the China Evergrande, a communist country that is claiming that they're not gonna bail them out. Like, come on, guys, like do your own research. Plus, I was just gonna say, we wanted to talk about crypto banning China too. Do you think that's bullish on VeChain? Because
I saw that video.
Yeah.
I think
that?
Blockchain Boy posted about
Blockchain
that.
Boy.
Yeah,
Yeah, he said that every time crypto's banned, it's bullish. I disagree with that. That's a fucking dumb take. But like, how could that possibly be bullish? It is pretty much like, oh, it goes up afterwards. I mean, yeah, it always fucking goes up.
Well, that's why he's saying that.
Yeah, but like, this is the 6th, 7th time that China's banned it, and like now it's like official, like this time. But like, it was official last time too. So
you know what though? Yeah, they didn't really ban it again. All they did was reiterate, hey, we have this banned, like because people are going around to their regulations. But at the same time, so that crashes the crypto market to a point where they lose almost $2 trillion in market cap. I mean, that's the entire crypto market. My life. I would give my left leg and my left testicle right now to see what the president of China and all the political people in China have in cryptocurrencies. Because I guarantee they are goddamn buying the dip.
Well,
like the article literally says China's central bank says all cryptocurrency related activities are illegal.
Yep.
Like they literally banned like that
2013.
Yeah, exactly. It's been like that for a while.
Is that what it said in 2013 and in 20 like I wasn't even in the crypto market when
they keep so what they did they have to keep like reminding their citizens that it's illegal.
It's quite honestly, in May, it was like the real ban. It was actually like it was not like, oh, we're like gonna ban it. It's like we did ban it. So this is like reiterations. I don't understand why it keeps dropping. It's just like big whales being like, I want to buy more at lower prices.
Yeah, exactly. Essentially, dude, we had like in the United States, well, everywhere in the world, roughly, but in the United States, we have speed limits, right, for our cars. It's like the fucking governor coming on saying, hey guys, remember the speed limit's 65 in Massachusetts. Like there's a law for it. Nobody really follows it. And they just got to keep reminding people. That's what China did with this cryptocurrency thing. And that's why it crashed. It's like, oh, what? All of a sudden, like fucking 3 billion Chinese people are like, oh, fuck, it's illegal? Like they already knew it's illegal.
I mean, my question is what happens if the U.S. does the same thing? Because we obviously are going to this socialism, communism trail. As we know with this administration, like what happens if they try to like what's going to be the reaction?
What I have been seeing though is I do actually kind of like I don't like political stuff aside. One of the things I kind of see where our government's going with it, I agree with that they're trying just to regulate. They're not really trying to ban it at all. Like they know there's a ton of money to be made for themselves in it. Along with the citizens. So they're just trying to like curb it a little bit and make it more profitable for themselves. So I don't see us, the United States, ever banning crypto by any means.
Do you know why crypto's not ever going to ban in the US? It's because the US government owns a fuck ton of crypto.
Yeah, exactly. They buy the dip, baby. They buy the dip.
China does too, dude.
Yeah,
exactly.
Dude, speaking about buying the dip, fucking El Salvador's president bought 150 Bitcoin on this dip. 100.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, so that's
Bitcoin.
They're also legal tender, and like that's their.
Yeah. I like that. I like that they're doing that.
But
dude, and more countries are gonna follow.
Yeah, I read that China's gonna be why they're doing this ban thing and keep enforcing it is because they're trying to make their own like digital currency.
Correct. That
kind of thing.
Yeah,
so,
I mean, isn't
they already did
week,
the digital
like a digital pound in the works right now? The digital Latin American dollar. So.
Yeah,
there's a lot of
El Salvador doing what they're doing. I think we're going to see a lot of other like second and third world countries start to do that because I think it's more obtainable for their citizens than the actual currency in the market or the American dollar, getting a hold of the American dollar, unless you're peddling cocaine across the borders or something. It's just easier to invest and get it online than it is to,
Mm-hmm.
I'd be interested to see, like every time China said something about Bitcoin, like banning it or something, like making a video about the price action of like Bitcoin or any crypto, what the reaction of it was after, like
It's
making a
always
video
down.
on it.
I saw
Yeah, it's down,
someone.
but then like a month or so after, like what it was, if it reached all-time highs or something. I have to look into that.
I mean,
That'd
just
be
think
kinda interesting.
about, so like they banned it in 2013, 2017, or 2015, 2017,
every year.
2017 again. Every
Yeah.
single time they banned it, Bitcoin was obviously significantly lower than where it is now.
Right.
So
Yeah.
hundreds and hundreds of percent return more than where it was at when they banned it those previous times.
I wish it would just dump back down to 3,000 so I can get back into it.
3,000?
Bitcoin, that would just collapse the market.
Didn't
It
it hit
just collapses
3,000
the
in
whole
March
market. Yeah, I'm cool
2020?
with that.
It hit pretty low, or was it like 8,000? That was the low of like March 2020, right?
No, it was like 28.5 was the lowest it ever got.
Oh,
in this
really?
bull run. Yep. That was
Dude,
when
I still remember
who was
one of
that
the-
guy in TikTok who said, I'm selling all my Bitcoin on that one day it dipped, and it was like never even touched that price. It was like this one guy in TikTok.
Oh, virtual.
Yeah, he gets
basic.
fucking railed in his comments now because he's like, "Oh, you sold the bottom, you're gonna buy it now, buddy." It's like so funny. I feel bad for the guy. But
Well,
he's like,
this was in 2021. I think Alex is referring to during COVID
Yeah.
in
Oh.
2020. I think it hit like 8,000.
no,
Yeah,
it hit like 2. It hit like 2 during the COVID
I'll have to
crash.
look.
Did it?
Like 2.5 or 3.
I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure. Yeah,
It didn't
definitely
hit.
got below
There's no
10,000.
way. I think it hit like 6,000. There's no way it hit
No,
2,000.
trust. Look at it. It hit like 3.
I know, dude, because Ethereum hit like 200.
Really?
Right now. I'm gonna
Yeah,
look.
I'm looking.
dude, imagine
Hold on.
buying ETH at like $200 back in March of 2020.
Yeah, that's what I had it. I had Ether at like 125. I sold it at
Hit the
400.
The low was 4,000 basically.
4,000.
March 2020.
4,000.
I remember
That's a low.
Banana or Elizabeth. She was like telling us all to buy Ethereum in like November of 2020.
Yeah,
She was like, "It's
She
at
had
$700." Or
She
whenever
had some
we
too, I
like
bet.
first started our
Yeah.
our Discord, so like December.
I was gonna
Shout
say,
out Elizabeth. We'll have to tag her in this post and send it to her.
Yeah, I'll send it to her.
She's a Bitcoin Maximus, as you would say.
She's the
No,
OG.
she was talking about Ethereum when it was at like $700.
Yeah,
Wow.
she's our OG stonk CEO. We love her.
we wish you'd come back.
But yeah,
She's
so
grinding.
I think you guys wanted to talk about Chinese tech a little bit. It's still consolidating. We obviously saw the stricter regulations that they were trying to put on it back in, I want to say, what was that, like a month ago, when they were saying that they have too much power and their government was trying to tell them that they're the ones in control. But I know you're a huge fan of JD, Caleb.
Love JD.
That's right. So
Love
she's
JD.
just consolidating right now?
So, okay, I'm gonna say the statement. I said this to my dad. My dad's like, I hate China. I'm not gonna invest in them. It's like, this shit's awful. And I'm like, that is exactly how every single person feels right now. And this is their price, right? If the bottom barrel of how we feel about these stocks is right now, well, how are we feeling when they're okay? How are we feeling like a year from now when China's like, oh, this is like, all right, we can invest in it now. It's too fucking late. It's gonna be 2x. Like, JD's gonna be 160. Baba's gonna be like 250, if not higher, next year. Fucking 10 cents gonna be at least 80. We are
200. Damn it.
Rothschild said it best. If you guys know this statement, I feel like I say this like pretty often on this podcast, but buy when everyone wants to sell, right? And especially buy when there's blood in the streets. This is the saying. Buy when there's blood in the streets, especially when it's your own. I love that saying a lot. But essentially that applies to Chinese tech right now in a sense that these companies are phenomenal. Charlie Munger, one of the best investors of all time, has come out and been like, yes, these financials are like valid. And that was like the main concern for me. So as long as these financials are valid, like these companies are so undervalued. And like, what happens if they get delisted? Everyone's like, oh no, what happens if JD and Baba get off the New York Stock Exchange? Exactly what the fuck Tencent is. It's OTC. You can't get rid of it. It goes to the over-the-counter market, guys. Like, it's free.
But then the volatility just significantly decreases. Like,
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, volatility will probably still be there for China regardless forever. Yeah. But they can't like take it off. They can't take it off, man. It's all these like FUD statements like is the reason why the price is down. But that's the reason why I'm buying. I love buying shit when it's down, man. When everyone's like, oh, sell. This is the value dream or value investors' wet dream right now, these fucking China stocks. Because it's hyper growth. JD and Baba are growing like over 20% of revenues every year. It's insane. And they're like, what? 50% undervalued. So it's like, come on, man. It's a no-brainer
Yeah, and
for me.
I feel like they're just like as a personal user of like Alibaba. I know they do a lot of other stuff, but like their website for their warehouse stuff or their factory stuff, it's kind of like underdeveloped. Like it's kind of hard to navigate and everything, and that just tells me
It's like an
they have a
industrial
lot.
website. That's why.
Right,
It's
but
for bulk.
what I'm saying is I feel like it has a lot of growth potential in the fact that they can keep updating their products and stuff like that.
Also, like in terms of supply chain, like everyone always talks about Alibaba. Great. You're not wrong. It's a great company. JD is better. JD has a supply chain that's like unmatched. It's better than Alibaba's. And the stock is like, what, like 2.5x less. It's like 80, 60 billion market cap, some shit like that. Yeah. They can get anywhere in China. If you order some shit like today, let's say we're all in Wuhan right now. Let's say you order some shit on JD right now, that can get to you within a day. If you're in Tibet, that can get you within a day. Like their supply chain is unmatched, and it's a lot better than Alibaba's. A lot better. In 1 day shipping across the entire fucking country. Entire country. It's crazy.
Are they? So do you know? You're a huge AR guy, Caleb. Do you know who's on top of e-commerce 2.0 in China for Chinese tech? Have you ever looked into that?
It's really Tencent, honestly. If you guys know anything about Tencent's the WeChat and everything like that. Tencent's a really cool company because, in a sense, it's like if Kathy Woods took her research, not her fucking stock picking because she's awful at it. If she took her research and combined that with Warren Buffett, that's what Tencent is. Tencent is half like products and stuff like that, but also like 33% of their company is just like a portfolio. So they own like part of Tesla, Snapchat, all these like really great growth companies. So Tencent's like an amazing investment, man. I love Tencent as a company. It really sucks it's in China, so it's getting like fudded down right now. But like it is the new Berkshire Hathaway is how I describe it, like legitimately.
Wait, so how are they getting into AR?
Just by the companies they own. I can pull up a list right now.
I mean, I'm talking about like JD, Alibaba, like those two. Like, do you know if any of them are developing some sort of AR technology with their e-commerce? Because that's where we're going, especially for China too. Like they're ahead of the United States on this digital revolution, I would say.
Absolutely. But they're 10 steps ahead of us. Like they're going to be like the world dominant power if they could fucking fix their currency.
Like, can we even find that, like that research about like what they're doing with their companies? Like, I feel like we can't. Like,
I was gonna say it's pretty hard to find. There's nothing that I know of. I guarantee there is something behind the scenes for sure. But it seems like what China typically does. China's run like a business, right? And you could hate China, but I look at China and I low-key love how the country's run, just because it's like literally a business. Like I know you like that.
Josh's face.
This is a hot take. I'm like a very, very hot take here, but I love how China runs in the sense that
like, I love communism.
I love how it's run like a business, man. And I forgot who said this, but going forward in the future,
like a business. Holy fuck!
I know. Think about this. Going forward in the future, like, you know the concept of turning time, correct? Where it's like the technology doubles every so often, like X amount of years. It's usually like 1.5 years. Technology's doubling. So like our government moves so slow. Like we elect a new leader every 4 years. Like we're still fucking talking about this infrastructure bill from months ago, right? With how fast and how quick things are about to evolve over the next like 10, 20, 30 years, we are not equipped as a government to handle that. China, having that like one person at top and like the hierarchy structure that like decides things on a dot, they're gonna be chilling. They're gonna be absolutely chilling. They're gonna be like the world dominant power, and it's not even a question in my mind.
So I know, but that's just because our government compromised our country, and they don't care about innovation. They just care about their own pockets.
So they kind of do care about innovation. I'm gonna throw one at you on this one. Three things, and three of the most important things that have happened in our lifetimes and before it: nuclear power, space travel, and vaccine for a pandemic. The United States was first in all of them.
Don't get me wrong. U.S. is the most innovative country that this fucking planet has ever seen.
But
there's nowhere in the world where you can have like the Boston, San Francisco meccas, where it's just like the best universities in the world pumping out the best tech and the best jobs possible. You can't find that anywhere besides maybe Shanghai and Tel Aviv. And that's it. That's fucking it. And the U.S. has like 3 of the best 5 innovative cities at large. So don't get me wrong. The way that we're set up as a democracy breeds creativity. It breeds entrepreneurship, and it's fucking gorgeous. But China is more equipped to handle the pace at which the world is about to adapt.
Well, I would hope so, because they're producing the most amount of people in this goddamn world. They better start adapting.
I mean, it's beyond that.
Well, that's how they run things, like Caleb was saying too. It's about the power and everything like that.
Yeah. It's just like it's a lot easier to change things when you don't have to go through so much fucking red tape. You know?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, if they want to do something, when their government wants to do something, they just goddamn do it. They ask one dude, they're like, "Hey, we doing this?" Yeah, I give it the okay, and then they do it. So
in my hometown, dude, when I was growing up, it took fucking 7 years to finish a goddamn bridge that was like 30 feet long. In that time, China developed like high-speed transportation, like mag levels. It's like
you're telling me and John, we're from Massachusetts. We had the big dig go on for like 15 years, and then the thing collapsed when they were done with it.
But as long as U.S. holds the world's reserve currency, until we fucking default in debt, which
is happening. They want to raise the debt. They literally want to raise the debt ceiling.
But until that happens, like China can't be better than us. Like they could be like, don't get me wrong, they could be like controlling the whole fucking world supply chain, but we will be the financial hub of the world,
which they're doing.
I feel like whoever's like ahead of AI is gonna like be the foot ahead of every other nation. And
I feel like quantum computing, that's
not gonna, dude. Like if like I think Josh Jake said it. He said if quantum compute, like once that's a problem, like people are gonna be like worrying about like getting food and water and like not having someone like come into their house and like execute them. Like that's what our problems are gonna be. Like when quantum computing actually comes, meaning like that's never gonna come. Like
it's like a decade away, man. If not,
dude, it's not. It's not.
It is though. It is
quantum computing.
Yes, dude, they're really fucking close. Like, you'd be surprised how close we are right now. Dude, we almost have cold fusion. China fucking had a sun going for like 90 seconds. That is the future of energy, by the way. Cold fusion, without a fucking doubt. And it's the most efficient way, and it's the best way we can save the environment is via cold fusion. So China's going to have that first, and we're going to have to like steal it from them, ironically. But
well, that's what I'm saying. Like, they might have been first in a lot of things, actually, to be honest with you. I think our government is just really good at stealing shit. So they're probably
our government. No, we make shit and we get it stolen. What do you mean?
That's true. That too. But
I mean, they steal money from our pockets.
Our government? Oh yeah, they're great. Stealing money from our pockets, man.
Taxation.
How much of the infrastructure bill is going to infrastructure?
It's something like
fucking 1.5%,
something like that. It's actually ridiculous, man.
And that other money is just going to their pockets and like their cities that are failing.
Yeah, I like how they in the last like 3 stimulus packages, like fucking like $1 billion of it went to the Smithsonian Museum for no fucking reason whatsoever.
What do they call it? The infrastructure bill if it's not even going to be going to infrastructure?
Because it sounds good.
Yeah,
like that's just
it gets the citizens hyped, you know.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, here's the New Deal. That's like
nothing
helping anyone.
The New Deal.
People for paying their taxes is what it
Remember the New Green Deal? Oh my god,
dude, that was like a $70 trillion bill, like or 100. It's like, dude, like what are we doing? Like we're gonna just have this country like run on wind.
Yeah, exactly. That's what it was like, let's put up windmills.
It's like wind and like grass clippings is gonna be like our #1 energy source. Like after that.
Yeah, you're damn right. But even in that bill, it was stupid because only like 10% of it actually went to like green energy. The rest was just like to pay raises and all this other bullshit. I'm like,
don't get me wrong though. That's like some of that other shit that they just throw on the bills is important because there's no way that would get passed on its own. Yeah. But we're getting to the point where just fucking bogging down every big bill that won't get fucking passed based on these stupid stipulations.
Well, like, that's the thing too. Like, but you just said it. You said like those little things won't get passed. Well, why the fuck not? We are paying as taxpayers these politicians to vote on the shit, everything, whether they think it matters or not. It doesn't matter if it's in a big tax bill or a small tax bill. If you're going to say, like, oh, we're going to change the speed limit to 70 miles an hour, but it won't get passed because that one singular thing isn't big enough. It's like, no, bullshit. That's how you get shit done.
No, that's why I wouldn't get passed,
thing. Just have a list of shit and just vote on all of them.
Josh, the reason why I wouldn't get passed is because it's so minute that it's just like there's no point of being like, oh, let's talk about like how we're going to help fight the geese in Kentucky. And like the Congress would be like, why are we talking about this? This is like so trivial.
Just vote on it. Yay or nay. It's super easy.
I mean, like some of the small stuff does need to get thrown to bigger bills. But I just don't like the fact how they're just getting bogged down now, you know? It's just a waste of time. I think I told you guys this when I initially met you guys. I was like a very gung-ho liberal. Very, very gung-ho. But
I would never be able to tell.
Over the course of the last year, unfortunately, I've really been pushed out of the party. I wouldn't say I'm Republican yet, but I would say I'm definitely middle of the road.
Are you a libertarian? at least.
Fuck no. I mean, okay.
Independent.
I like I like the concept, but it's like, have you seen those meetings where Gary Johnson was talking about the driver's license, and everyone's like, you need a fucking license to put toast in a toaster, and Gary Johnson's like, I think we should have like some competency here, and everyone's like, boo.
Did you see that Andrew Yang switching parties? He's like making his own party.
Oh, really?
I love Andrew Yang as a person. He's a shit politician though.
He's literally trying to come up with his own like political party. He wants to make a third party. Yeah, I haven't looked into it. I just saw it on like my Twitter timeline once. And I was like, okay, like Andrew Yang.
Let's have no parties.
Dude, but he lost New York because like the New York election because he was like anti-Semitic or some bullshit, which is really unfortunate. And he wasn't. He actually wasn't. It was just like some random FUD that was spread. But
I wouldn't have minded Buttigieg. I don't know if you.
I agree. My friend does not like that take. I really like Pete. I mean, it sucks because his entire fucking background was fabricated for that one moment when he's running for president. Like he's a career politician for sure. It's like this guy Pete Buttigieg served in the army for 3 years for what reason? Just so he can fucking look good. He went to Harvard. Everything was so perfect. But no, like honestly, he's a very competent individual. Like he's a really really smart guy. He checks all the boxes. I think he'd be fucking great for America. But Obama, fucking Super Tuesday, came out and was like, if you don't vote for Joe Biden, you're a fucking idiot. And that's the reason why Joe Biden won the primary. It was going to be Bernie. If you guys remember, before Super Tuesday, Bernie had like, if you look at like the Vegas odds, he was like minus 200 to win. He was winning fucking everything. And literally Joe Biden came out, Beto O'Rourke dropped, Pete Buttigieg dropped, and they all fucking backed Biden. You tell me. Fucking that really pissed me off.
Fucking Bernie got fucked twice.
Dude, yeah, it sucks because
money.
I mean, as much
money
as
was thrown around on Obama's team than Bernie's team.
As much as I don't necessarily agree with the economic policies of Bernie Sanders, he's a fucking amazing politician. He's a great human being. And
I was gonna say, he seems like a cool guy, like a nice guy and whatnot, but I don't like his big thing he just kept harping on for me that turned me away was like free everything, free college, free healthcare. I'm like, dude, is this like the dollar store or is this a country we're talking? Like, Jesus Christ.
I mean, it's essential at some point or another, we're going to get to like free in-state tuition. We're going to get to free. Or single payer healthcare at least.
Yeah, who's going to
why don't we just call it single payer college, single payer healthcare? Because that makes more sense than
dude, they'll make it free because the demand for school will go down when it's so freaking expensive.
This is true. All these fucking bills that like the stimulus packages, like why didn't they just fucking pay off everybody's debt? Why didn't they just pay for everybody's fucking insurance for the next health insurance for the next like 20 years? Like we would have been all set as a country if they just took all that money and just did that.
Because it didn't go into their pockets.
Oh, imagine that.
Didn't make sense.
So,
it would have because on the
politics, we are a stocks podcast, not a politician podcast. But talking about loans, we should talk about Upstart and Sophie and the run they're going on.
Fucking Upstart. Jesus Christ.
Upstart.
Hot damn. Cost me more money than made me money in the last 2 months. I tell you that right now. Holy shit.
There was one day, I don't remember when it was, but Upstart, I was looking at some calls, like some options, and they were worth like $300 for like a weekly call. And like I got back on an hour later and they were at like $950.
Dude,
it's like ridiculous how much it's going up.
Thursday, was it Thursday? I got to look back at the chart, but I think it was Thursday of this week. You could buy a 1 out of the money call with 1 day DTE for $250. By the end of the day, it was worth $3,000.
No, it's not. You're lying.
Can anyone tell me
$1 out of the money? It went up $40.
Upstart's a loan company, John. It's like it's kind of like an easy way to get loans other than going through a bank.
Yeah, they send you flyers.
One-stop shop location for all financial needs. I think I don't know much about Upstart. I know about Sophie. I actually love Sophie in terms of products. Sophie's like loan consolidation, credit score, fucking bank accounts, everything all in one place. It's pretty cool. Great concept
right now. SoFi is like a big meme stock.
Yeah, I like Sophie though. Not necessarily as a stock, but like I actually use your software or products all the time. Like I'm a huge fan of that.
I just lost money on Sophie puts too, so fuck off.
Josh, you're saying that Wallstreet Bets has taken them over, right?
Yeah, dude. So Wallstreet Bets is SoFi is taking over it. There's a lot of rumor now that like Upstart is becoming a meme stock, and that's why it's getting pumped up so high. MVST. There's a lot of just stocks that people like don't know what's going on that is starting to be put in the meme stock category just because there's no reason why they're getting pumped up so high.
We should add like an edit into the podcast, or like every episode when we talk about stocks, Josh does like the Wallstreet Bets Report, and it's like a news sequence of just him saying like what was going on and like the weather this week for Wall Street Bets.
We could. I think that would hit. I think that would be pretty good. I peruse the forums a lot, and
well, me and you do too. Did you hear about ATER, Josh? That's going around a lot.
All these heavily short stocks ever since AEHR. You mean AEHR?
No, ATER.
Eater.
Yeah, look it up real quick. What the fuck is Eater? It's got exactly. That's what I'm saying. I don't even know what it is.
AEHR, the housing company, has been a meme stock.
ATER. Honestly, I don't even know what it is, but I see it all the time on Twitter, and I'm like with you. I just cruise around social media, Reddit, and I look for these things. But ATER, it hit $19. It's at $13 now. It hit $19 last week. But it's a heavily shorted stock too. Ever since the AMC and GameStop happened, everyone just talks about heavily shorted stocks now. So this one is like, I want to say 65% free float shorted.
Well, look at wow. Actually, it's funny you mentioned that stock. So you look at the 1 year chart, it hit $47.
Wow. Did it actually?
Yeah, back.
49. Wow.
Back when memes were happening, man. Back in February-ish, end of January, February.
Yep.
It hit $47. And then volume. Look at the volume started picking up.
Volume is way more than it was back then too.
Crazy volume right now. So
I was just gonna say, Alex, I wanted you to talk about AMC's volume because it's like minimal right now. Do you think it's gonna pick up as we're right around $40 again, or do you think we're just gonna dump below 40 and call it a day? I mean, it's at like a crucial point right now.
Yeah, it is at a pretty crucial point. We did pass 40 a couple of weeks ago, which I thought was pretty bullish, and it's been hovering around the support of like 32, 38 for a while now. I call that strength, in my opinion, that we've even stayed this high since we pumped up early summer or whenever that was, June, end of May or whatever. But yeah, I want to say that this is like super bullish, and just by looking at the charts and everything, by my technical analysis, there's a massive cup and handle happening too. But even though the volume's super low on it, just hovering over the 40 and even hovering over 30, I would say that it's still bullish.
And the 200, right?
And above the 200, and over 80% are retail holders of AMC.
Did Cease do a flow on AMC at all, or was he even looking at that?
Did
who? Michael by Cease.
Oh, by Cease. Oh no, he's my go-to flow guy. He hasn't been active as much last week because he's been busy with work and stuff, he said, but yeah, I go to him. There hasn't been much flow or anything, obviously, because of the volume, but obviously volume is important in AMC and everything, but as it's holding above these price targets and these price areas, I feel like the demand is still there, especially with 80% of retail holders holding AMC.
Yeah, my take on like meme stocks and then shit coins, I think they're running the same narrative. Like, this is just my opinion, that they're running the same narrative right now in the market. I feel like we're at like a very crucial point in both equities because of obviously inflation talks. Now they're talking, tapering's probably going to start. You guys were saying last episode that we're thinking like mid 2022, but even with just like continued news about tapering and just the fact that we're hugging near all-time highs for the longest time, and our economy just sucks. Like, the job number again was brutal again, and like the same thing going on with the crypto market. We're at this point where we're either going to make it or break it. I think that shit coins and meme stocks are like, if we do see downtrend in the market, I think they're just going to get hammered, like on both flows. Like your Dogecoin, your Shiba Inu, and then like your AMC, all the other Wall Street bet stocks they're talking about. Like, I feel like they're just going to be running the same narrative if we do go down. And then if we have an incline in this market, I just feel like they're just going to be stable or slowly go down, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Alex, I have a question for you here, because I'm a big fundamental guy. Where do you see AMC long term, like realistically?
No, I don't. So that's what I was about to say. Me personally, I may think that I'm holding AMC long term, but I treat it as a trade. So I'm not like a long-term believer in AMC per se. I just treat it as a trade. Even though I am holding shares right now, I probably won't be holding it in like a year's time or whenever, even 6 months. So
Yeah, I mean, like in the end, this is just history repeating itself. I'm not sure you guys are familiar with 1903 for some odd reason, but in 1903, all of these train stocks, like all these railroad stocks, were like hella shorted, like ridiculously shorted. And as a result, there was like a massive short squeeze. Like it's similar to the nature of what we're seeing right now. And in the end, it's like, sure, like people are holding on, people are bag holding, but I'll give it a year from now, prices went back to like fair valuation. So for me, I don't understand the AMC Maximus that are like, oh, this thing is going to hit $200. I'm like, no, it's not. It had its run. In the end, fundamentals went out 100% of the time. So
I mean, there were no fundamentals.
No.
Exactly. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's coming down.
It was just volume and like momentum.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna lie. Going to their
catalysts, like
the
Bitcoin.
Even going to their theaters are just like trashy. Like there's some nice AMC theaters, but at least the one that I went to,
dying company, bro.
Like, I was
GameStop's not a dying company anymore. They leverage this event, and they're getting really into NFTs and AR and stuff like that. I think it's not a dying company anymore. Dude,
they're gonna get acquired. They're either gonna die or they're gonna get acquired by like.
They're gonna get acquired. No, GameStop's gonna buy AMC. Hot take. Boom.
Gosh, all these talks with GameStop and AMC, I think, is just so stupid. It's just trying to get momentum again. Which the CEO is really smart for doing that kind of stuff.
Yeah, that's a smart move. But I agree with Caleb on it though. All these meme stocks, dude. Once they pump, they dump. They're all pump and dumps. Some of them last longer than others. Some of them hold value longer than others. But at the end of the day, it's a bunch of stupid fucking people invested in stupid fucking companies to try to get the price to go up.
Do you think there was any manipulation or collusion with like high execs up in GameStop and AMC with Wallstreet Bets? Do you think there are any like behind the counter like
it happened so quick? I don't think.
No, so yeah, you'd have to. Well, yeah. So
imagine if there's just like some fat lawsuit like a few years from now.
Well, like no, there'd be proof of it right away, right? So insider trading, if someone had put in their documents to sell their shares of the company and then they were sold like that week because of the dating, then I would say yes, 100%. But I don't think that actually happened. I don't think any insiders sold. I could be wrong, but I don't think I read anything on either one of their stocks that insiders sold during those time periods or have since actually. So. I'm pretty sure they hodled. I'm pretty sure all the insiders that had big money in it hodled their shares.
I want to address something real quick that Alex said maybe 5 minutes ago. He was like, AMC has a great looking cup and handle. So for everyone out there, regardless of how good technical analysis, fundamentals need to be there. Who runs the market? It's the money maker or the market makers. Jesus Christ, the market makers run the market. Big money, institutional money, and they will invest in companies that they think fundamentals are going up in. So regardless of how good technical analysis can look, you also need fundamental analysis on your side. Yeah. It's as simple as that. You need to invest in undervalued companies.
And news.
So like AMC having good technicals. I mean, like I used to make this mistake in the past too, where it's like, oh, the technicals look great in a company, and I get fucked over because like the fundamentals weren't there. Some FUD came out. Morgan Stanley dropped the price target because they're a bunch of cocksuckers. Like, I just use that one.
Dude, that's like my biggest thing is I fucking hate that shit, dude. You buy calls or buy whatever, you invest in whatever you want because of the technicals and good fundamentals, like everything. Then you wake up literally and at 8:00 the next morning, they fucking downgrade. We'll just say like,
yeah, it's like Barclays downgrades, like like.
Also, that's not a knock at you, by the way, Alex. That was just like my personal take on it.
No, I'm good. I mean, I treat them as trades usually, so I get like all hyped out. I get a lot of views on my TikToks for AMC videos, so I kind of gas it up a little bit. Yeah.
So notice how I actually haven't seen that. Correct me if I'm wrong, because I don't follow the AMC GameStop fucking meme shit as much as I probably should, just to laugh at it. But no company on at least my feeds have come out and actually done like a price analysis on those companies and be like, we're downgrading AMC to $3 a share. Like,
why haven't they done that yet?
GameStop or AMC.
Yeah.
I mean, the whole thing is like that was a thing. If there's like an analyst, like a sell side analyst for some odd reason covering like meme stocks, which could be a thing in the future. Don't get me wrong. Like a sell side could totally do that. But like, how is that really going to affect like when it's 80% retail? They're gonna be like, oh no, the institution's telling me to sell. I'm going to sell. Like, no, that's not going to do anything.
That's true. That is true, but still, they're a publicly traded company, so they should be doing price.
There probably is some analyst covering up.
And ever since
I think there might be actually. Now that you said that, I think on NBC Money there is a analyst that does like kind of they don't call it like the meme stock rotation, but they call it's like popular stock, right? But it's all fucking meme stocks, and they do kind of, because I remember when SoFi started pumping, they gave it like a $30 or $40 price analysis on it, and I was like, oh sweet, buy calls. The next day it dumped $2. I was like, sweet.
What's that ETF that Portnoy's behind that basically is
Buzz, baby?
Yeah,
I was
Buzz.
going to say.
Pretty shitty ETF if you look at returns.
It's terrible.
It's too late because it's like it
does
takes
stand for? I
top
can't remember what it
trending
stands
for 30 days, but it's like past looking. So it's like it's already hyped up by that point.
Exactly. Yeah, you're right.
What
It
did it
takes too
stand
long.
for,
It took too
though?
long.
It's gonna bother
Buzz.
me. Do you remember?
What?
It stood for something.
Did it?
Yeah.
I thought it was just Buzz because like
Yeah, Buzz.
Oh,
yeah,
maybe it was. I don't
like
remember.
because of hype, like social
yeah,
media.
like
Ignore me.
yeah, like Buzz, like
Yeah.
that kind of thing.
Yeah, no,
Oh,
that
Buzz
was
Lightyear.
Vanitech, because they have actually that company that did Buzz. They actually have some decent ETFs.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, but that one I got in the day it launched, and I was hoping that it like would pump up, and it just didn't. It just didn't. I got in at 24, sold at 26.25 maybe.
It opened March 1st at 23.60, and it currently is sitting at 25.90.
Exactly, I sold for 26.25.
What was SPY when that thing IPO'd?
380 probably.
March. Yeah, it was like around 400, right?
Less.
Yeah, I don't think it was
No,
380.
way less. It was what? It was like 375 probably.
Holy fuck! Yeah, SPY was 380 back then.
So what's the percent
my
difference?
numbers, baby.
What's the percent difference between Buzz and SPY?
That like your opportunity cost. I mean,
Yeah.
I can't do quick math right now, but it's probably 20%.
Well, let's do the math here, John.
Yeah, let me do some quick
You'll
mental
roll
math.
100
Yeah.
bucks.
I have a
I mean,
calculator.
you just divide two numbers twice.
Yeah, where we at 440 right now? 440 divided
Yeah.
by.
Yeah.
have a fucking
Are we at
calculator.
430 or 440? Isn't it
No,
like 434?
do 380 divided by 440. It gives you
We're at
100%.
445 right now.
380.
Can we just talk about
That's
how
17%.
freaking much?
Not that bad.
17.
I said 20.
Yeah, that's at 20%. And
Oh,
then the other one's only
20%?
gone up what?
20% difference?
20%. 15% differential, essentially.
15%.
15, yeah.
Damn. Dude, where's finance unfolded when we need him?
Is that?
I'll be like, yeah, like if you just invest in SPY, like you'll be worth $1 million when you retire.
Well, you probably will be, actually.
Well, I mean, can we talk
Why
about how
is
much
that
it's gone up the last 2 years? It's like insane, and then people are complaining of this little small pullback.
Well, dude, it's the fucking spot. That ETF was built. That's probably the most solid ETF I've ever seen in my life, to be honest with you.
What,
So
SPY?
I want to
Oh, yeah.
hear your guys' opinions on this. We've obviously, technically speaking, broken that SPY channel we've been in since last November, since like Biden got elected.
Yeah.
And we just retested and kind of can break back into it on Friday and Thursday. So do you guys think this is the beginning of the fucking massive pullback we're about to see? Or do you think we're just about to like get back?
I mean, dude, did you see that
Dude, fucking
volume?
long, man.
Did you see that volume after we bounced off the 200 SMA?
there's always a lot of volume though on sales.
Like that was fat, and we like already filled that gap too. So
Yeah,
we're
it's just, dude,
retesting.
Like this goes back to the technical analysis thing. Just look at it's done this a couple times, man. It just fucking rips after. It just goes and keeps
Dude,
going.
I don't know. I mean, obviously, I was telling you guys before the podcast started. I have a lot of puts on SPY currently. I think this is like a dead
You're
cat
trying to
bounce.
manipulate the market right now using this goddamn podcast.
Yeah, everybody sell SPY right now. We can make some money. No, I truly think that this is kind of like I say sideways, but like in order to go sideways, you have to go down a little bit. And I think this is like maybe I'm putting my fucking ass on the line here, but I think this might be the beginning of a little pullback.
So what's
really
the
do.
reason for the pullback?
At this point, it's like even if every single bit of news that comes out is positive, we can't even move that much higher. Like realistically right now, like we saw that towards like the top in like August. And with just like so much going on, like Evergrande, regardless, like we talked about earlier, it's like not gonna be that much contagion, but like that's still going on. Real estate's kind of in a bubble. Tapering is beginning to happen. I'm not sure if you guys remember 2011, 2012, 2013. Tapering tantrum was fucking awful. COVID is still a fucking massive thing. There's just
That's
like
my
so
only
much
thing.
going
That's
on.
my only thing. I
And
think-
for me, the biggest thing is the job reports that keep coming out that keep fucking missing, dude. Like there is a clear problem in the American economy. That the fact that we can't get people back to being employed.
Yeah,
Like
people don't
COVID has caused a dramatic shift in the labor workforce that we will never go back to normal again. We will never go back to normal. And especially because my generation, someone brought this up on TikTok and I thought it was fucking amazing, is that if someone doesn't want to work somewhere, they will fucking quit. Fuck the 2 weeks. Like they'll just actually quit on the spot. And the new generation of labor and workforce is fundamentally different than any other generation prior. And I think we're beginning to see the fucking beginning of this right now. And that there's gonna be a massive generational shift in the workforce that there's a huge thing coming, in my opinion, in terms of economics shifting. And I think that it's just like so under counter right now. The fact that we can't get more jobs, that we keep fucking missing, is so concerning.
Well, it's not that we can't get more jobs. We have the jobs. We can't get the people to work them.
Well, yes,
huge difference in that. And the reason why, this is a huge reason why. All right. So I know it's going to sound crazy, but we have a huge amount of jobs that'll work from home, right? The tech jobs and road jobs like myself that I didn't really get affected. And it was actually a great time the past year and a half, 2 years because of the pandemic. And people saw that. People, I will say it, on the lower level of the pay spectrum, saw all these people working, making a lot of money, working from home and not doing anything, right? And getting paid to do it. Now they don't want to go back to all these jobs. And that's where the bubble is the economic bubble is going to pop, is we need people to work those jobs. Going to Starbucks, Dunkin' Donuts, Wendy's, whatever it is, they're closing down early. They're opening up late because they don't have people to work these jobs.
So understaffed. They're painfully understaffed. It's like a huge economic problem boiling. It's huge.
Because we got a bunch of lazy assholes in this country that want to get paid fucking $100,000 a year to fucking flip burgers, and that's just not how fucking.
Dude, yeah, no one wants to be that guy at the bottom of the fucking food chain. No one wants to be getting paid $30,000 a year.
Dude, fucking when Jordan came into the league, they didn't just hand him a fucking trophy. He came in at the bottom of the fucking league and beat everybody's ass, and they gave him a trophy. Like,
see, I get that, Josh.
Our society. Well, that's where our society's wrong right now. Everybody wants to go into the fucking job and be the owner. They want to get paid like the owner as soon as they get their job. Like, that's just not how this fucking country works, and that's not how capitalism works at all.
The problem,
you need to start that and work your way up.
The problem with that lies with the fact that, like you said, everyone thinks that way. Mm-hmm. And when millions upon millions upon millions of Americans think that way, shit changes. And the employers don't have as much control anymore. It's slipping away. The employees, in the same way back in the early 20th century, they unionized. It's like this massive fucking unspoken union where we don't want to tolerate bullshit anymore. Right down the street from me, a pizza joint is called Sally's. You guys know the pizza's fucking amazing. Anyways, I'm in Stanford. There's a pizza joint's opening up, and they're paying people $1,000 just to start working there. At a pizza joint.
So that's that's cool, and I actually like that. So my company does the same thing right now. They're kind of like being creative with how they're paying people, right? Mm-hmm. But at the end of the day, like it's not going to change. The only thing that's going to change is those people that are poor are going to be even poorer because those jobs are going to go away, and now they're really not going to have anything to go to, and then their unemployment's going to run out, and they're not going to get free money. So it's just going to actually. You have a separation of the wealth gap people talk about right now. It's going to get even bigger. It's just going to get even bigger if they don't go back to work.
Dude, it's going to get bigger because it's going to create a new freaking like social class. Like there's going to be the wealthy, and then there's going to be the dependent class, which are the people that rely on the government's money. And that's what they're trying to do right now, which kind of sucks. But like that's where we're going as a country. They're paying out these people to not work, and it's making our economy look like shit. And they're just getting to a point where like these people that are living in our country are relying on the government. So they're not going to shit talk them when they're doing all these bullshit policies about infrastructure bills that are $3.5 trillion, raising the debt ceiling, like packing the Supreme Court. Like they're just not going to like care what they do. And they're just going to rely on this government. And then it's going to get to a point where the wealth gap is like significantly wider than it should be.
Yep.
And then people are going to be complaining about the cost of living, and the wealthy people are going to just get like scolded for like not having to pay as much in tax. Like it's so fucking annoying.
That's always gonna be a thing though, honestly.
So,
like,
but it's just gonna but it's gonna get so worse. Like it's gonna get substantially worse.
If I get to
these next 5 years, especially these next 5 years.
If I and we ever get to the point where I'm worth say $1 billion,
you are.
And well, in like if I can lay on my $1 billion, right? Like if I can, if I can physically see my $1 billion in my hands, and I have to write a check of taxes to the government for $200 million, I will fucking happily do it with a smile on my face. So I'll be like, fuck, I made it. I'm friggin' extremely wealthy. Like this is awesome. Like, I understand like the concept. Don't yell at me, John, because I know where your head's going with that. The taxation is theft kind of thing. But at the same time, it's just like I do think there's a lot of wealthy. The 1% could pay a lot more in taxes and should not be able to skirt around it. I don't give a fuck how
the thing that pisses me off though is that like, what are taxes used to pay for? It's paid for to pay off our country's debt, right?
Yeah.
So like, why is our government like
creating more debt,
creating all this like unneeded debt? Like, and then
they can tax more.
The argument is that like the rich and the middle class should be paying more taxes for it to basically just cover our government. Like, why? Yeah. Like, why do we have to keep like printing all this money and like wanting to raise the debt ceiling and everything? Like, when we're literally at like the worst our economy's been at. Like, our jobs number has been worse than what it was at during COVID, like during like March 2020.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, we should have like, I think 167,000 more jobs like that we have right now, based on like the exponential data that has been being predicted for like the last 6 months. Like, we're so behind track.
Well, if people don't want to work for a living, I do know one way they can get rich fast. They could buy a lot of Upstart calls the next month.
Not anymore.
Where the fuck did you just hit that yoga ball?
He's been bouncing on it. You haven't seen him?
Are you sitting on it?
No.
Oh, I thought you were
like,
sitting on the
going back to that thing you said about the S&P 500, what are you thinking that is going to happen with the S&P 500? Are you thinking like a 10% pullback, or like what are you thinking? Because like we've already had a little bit of a sell-off, like 5%, and we bounced like pretty quick right back up.
Right.
So
that's to be expected when we dip like this. I think this is a for sure a dead cat bounce. It looks like it for me. I think we go back to like 400 or so before 415, 400. I mean, it's like it's needed too. That's the whole thing. Like this would be like very normal price action. I don't know, man. Though, like again, like you can't predict the market. Like you can predict stocks, but you can't fucking predict the market. So, I as much as it's needed, we've needed this for like months now. We've been saying this for like. Literally, I've been saying this since like last October. It's like, why are we going up so quickly? But it's like you can't predict the market. I think though that with this channel break, that is very, very significant. If you look at a lot of these hedge funds that are being to roll out reportings, a lot of them are selling in decent amounts. So at least taking profits. Like if you look at like, dude, like Google, there's no way that like could continue like 100% YTD or like was it 50% YTD or something like that. But I mean, it's a great company, but come on, man. So
didn't some like head people of the Fed like announce that they were selling some of their securities, and then
I wonder
right
why.
after that, it just sold off. Yeah.
All I'm saying is that if we learn anything from fucking Corona, we learn anything from 2008 and all these like past recessions, when the politicians sell and when the big guys sell, that's when you got to get out, and that's kind of what's happening right now. So that's my rationale behind why I don't think we'll see all-time highs for a minute. And I don't think we should. If we do, we're in a fucking bubble. So we got bigger problems on our hands at that point.
Dude, I think they're going to try to shut us down again. Like, I think some new variant's going to come out during the winter. Like, I'm not predicting a black swan event or anything, but like, I would not be, dude, like, I would not be shocked if there's like some other like COVID outbreak that they just try, because if you haven't noticed already, they're just pushing this vaccination down our throats.
The booster shot now? Yeah.
Now the Pfizer, they're going to
shot.
I think by Christmas time or like going into like the winter, there's going to be some new sort of freaking like variant that's just going to cause people to like either be forced to get this vaccine or just like stay at home again. And then like, that's when we would see this sort of like unsystematic pullback to 420 SPY, or that's what I have. I have 420 if we do pull back.
Like, this thing's the flu. Coronavirus is just like a flu. So flu season is in the winter. So
that's what I'm saying.
It's in the end, like coronavirus is never going to go away.
Like
I know, but like people understand, like I can't, like I obviously, like I'm not scared of COVID, and like I understand like the risk that there's involved. Like we can see the statistics, but like I feel like the media push is just going to be like something COVID that just causes this pullback. I still think crypto is going to run. Like I think crypto is going to absolutely rip in the next couple of months. Baby. When is quarter 4 start? Isn't that like the end of September? Like earnings are
yeah. It's and wow, it's in a week.
Yeah,
in a week.
This year is flying by, man. That's crazy.
Dude, I know. It's freaking crazy.
Also,
crazy when
on
you're not
top of
locked
it,
up in your house all
on
year,
top of
isn't
it, what we've seen is very, very normal. You know why September is typically bearish? Is because, I mean, we talked about this last time too. But people come back from the Hamptons and they start selling their shit because like it takes a little while for accounting and all this stuff. So I mean, we're seeing like a normal pullback in September, just in terms of like the big guys always sell a little bit off in September.
So
just
October, November ran last year.
Yeah, they're traditionally very bullish months.
That's why I'm not like. I think we'll be like bearish around Christmas time.
I could see that too.
During like the Santa rally or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah,
it's called parades. Damn it.
Yeah, we supposedly were supposed to have.
We got fucked
we, like, never did.
On Baba last Christmas. I don't know if you got in any of that, Josh, but I got railed, dude, on Baba and DraftKings, dude.
Really?
Last Christmas time. And do you remember Palantir, like those January calls? We had to be patient with them. I forget it. I think Purple put all his money into Palantir and it just got rocked. He like got it at the top. He literally put his life savings into like Palantir. Like Palantir was at like $28. He put all his money into like first week of January, $50 calls or like something stupid like that. And then just got IV'd like in his ass. And he like lost all his money and then like dropped their server. Took like a couple months off.
That's how everybody
is. You never over leverage.
That's why, like, for all the fans out there and whatnot, and people that are watching, like, that are on, like, want to get on a Discord. Like, we have the Stonk CO Discord, but a lot of our members do that. You'll sign up for our services. We try to teach you as much as we can, but one thing we can't teach you to do is to stop fucking around and doing stupid shit with your money and YOLOing your entire portfolio into one fucking thing because you think you know your shit after 1 week of making money on our advice.
Upstart calls.
No, actually, people made a shit ton of money on Upstart.
Yeah,
thank you.
Just proving your point.
Yeah, that's my piece of advice for this goddamn podcast. And buy Fudu.
But, huh?
And buy Fudu.
Oh,
amazing
Fudu.
Chinese company.
Yeah, Kindred's favorite one to fuck around with.
I thought that was Ulta.
Ulta.
So I think because we've gone through all our topics, right? We should have a little round robin with like a 1 minute spiel on what stock we are currently buying and why. Do we want to do that?
I mean, I'm not buying. Like,
that.
Why would we want to buy here though? Like, we just had a conversation about how you think that we're not seeing all-time highs for a while.
Like, you can still make money though.
For goddamn conversation.
I guess we're buying fucking.
To be honest, I haven't been investing into stocks as much, but I've been putting like a ton of money into Ethereum, like an unbelievable.
Let's talk about our favorite investment right now. Then doesn't need to be a stock. Let's do that.
Ethereum,
mine's VXV.
Man.
And if you guys want to know about why, go to that last. Dude, like I seriously want to build like a 3,000 VXV position over the next couple of months, but like Vector Space AI. The KuCoin listing apparently is coming in either a couple of weeks or in a month. That's what Josh said to me the other day.
Nice.
But yeah, Vector Space AI. I've been buying a lot of Ethereum.
Strength that I've noticed, John. It's showing a lot of strength even with this little crypto pullback.
Yeah.
Holding
I mean, we saw some whales dumping, but like the holders are still relatively around the same. Another one I'm looking at is DAG, which is Constellation. They only have 2,400 holders, so I've got to do more research on that. But Vector Space, I've been buying. I've kind of been buying Chainlink, but I stopped. I have my position for Chainlink, I think, is like 125 now, which I think is fine. But Quant 2 is another one I've been adding, but that's about it. Just Quant, Vector Space, Ethereum, and Evolved Apes. I bought some Evolved
NFTs,
Apes last night. Me and Alex was flipping some, but I got two.
In. But
what's your favorite NFT right now, Alex? I think that's your investment vehicle right now.
I've been going pretty crazy with NFTs. I've been having a lot of fun with NFTs, honestly. Flipping them, reading about roadmaps, joining the communities. It's been a lot of fun, a lot more fun than Pokemon cards, I can tell you that much. But yeah, John, what did you think when you woke up? Because you were sleeping when all this went down. But
wait, so did the floor run to 35?
No joke. I was on my computer. I got home, and within an hour, it ran from 0.2 to 0.35.
Wow, that's pretty good.
I mean, dude, I think they're gonna be go to OpenSea, like go to the top 10. Like I think they're gonna be in the top 10.
Volume, dude. Oh my word.
Dude, that's what I'm saying. Like I wouldn't even flip, dude. I would just accumulate.
Well, yeah, I have 2 of them right now, but I
Oh, you
was
have 2?
flipping a couple of them. Yeah, I have 2 now, but I was flipping a couple of them last night for like 0.05 ETH, like within a minute.
So how
Like,
much
I'm
money
not
did you
even
make off
joking.
that for after gas fees
Oh,
though?
probably like 0.15, not that much, but 0.15 ETH in an hour, I think is pretty good. The only reason I did that was because the community, the Discord server was going absolutely bonkers. Sweep the floor, sweep this, and like something would be listed and it would be sold like within a second. I was like, oh, bro, I gotta
Dude,
like
the
the next
Mutant
one I
Ape
do.
Yacht Club floor is already almost 5 ETH now.
Wow.
Yeah,
that's
but
crazy.
this
Dude, Lazy Lions is 3-1.
I know.
I sent you a picture,
Dude.
John.
I'm automatic.
Oh my God.
I'm automatic. I
Fuck.
made a video about
3-1.
that on
Dude,
TikTok. early month.
315.
Yeah, I sent
Dude,
a
when
picture of that.
for anyone out there that's actually still listening to this, I'm not sure if there's anyone who's gonna be, but if anyone's out there and they're trying to find NFT projects, there is one thing and one thing alone for the reason why you should invest. And it's you go into the Discord, you check out that general chat, and if it's popping,
Bro.
buy the fuck out of that on the mint.
Yeah.
Buy the
Dude.
fuck out of it. The community is literally everything. Like the
It's
Lazy Lions
ridiculous.
community, I'm not sure if anyone's ever been in the Discord. It is like 24/7, just like a massive chat. Like everyone's just fucking going off 24/7. And that's why I knew when I initially bought this thing when it was 0.145 ETH, by the way. One of my best investments ever. That's why I knew it was gonna be big. Like in the end, it's like if you would go to like these rug polls, you can go like Buddha or you go like fucking what is it, Vault of Gems. All these rug polls have no chat whatsoever.
Oh,
Nothing, just nothing.
Nothing, bro.
Be a man of your own advice, Caleb, and go check out the Evolved Apes Discord because, dude, that chat it's fat, dude. Like,
yeah, John, I wish you were awake.
and
dude, when
isn't
that
the
happened.
floor right now like 0.145, like exactly what you got in
Oh
for?
no, it's like 0.2 right now.
It's 0.2.
Yeah,
They haven't
it's
even
a
been
little bit-
revealed yet, so you're basically buying like FIFA packs if you buy one right now. Like you have no idea what the
haven't even
rarity
been
is.
released.
I like that.
Yeah, they sold out
when's the
within
reveal?
4 minutes. It's 5 Eastern, so 2 Pacific.
Today?
So in a couple hours, yeah.
Wow,
Let's
that's
go.
awesome, man.
Dude, I have
Yeah, they
two.
sold out yesterday so quick. Like I was looking at that Discord the other day, and then I saw John posting about it. Well, he didn't post about it, but he sent me a message. I was like, "Bro, I was just looking at this. The Discord is popping, dude."
They sold 10,000 in 4 minutes, bro.
Oh,
Yeah.
Are you kidding?
No.
4 minutes.
And they went
sold out.
from I watched their Discord. They went from 40K, and they're at 55.
They have a 40K Discord?
You know who's their
It's
head
55
marketers?
now.
You know who their head marketers are right now?
Yeah.
Oh, it's 45.
Crypto Night.
Sorry.
No way. This is Crypto Night?
It's not their project, but like they're the head marketers for it. They
They got paid for it.
Wow, that's why they can't do anything else right now.
They basically hosted an AMA with them in their server last week, and a lot of them got into the pre-sale because they did have a pre-sale. I think all you had to do was get 5 invites, I think, and you had access. Or no, you had like for their pre-sale, you literally bought a position. You reserved a seat in their pre-sale.
I like that a lot. Yeah,
like you bought it. You buy a ticket for like I don't even know how much it was because I didn't even look into it.
0.08 what the mint price was.
Oh, so that's so.
You literally
stupid.
buy a ticket to mint it. Is what
Yeah.
it is. They
Oh wait,
avoided
it was the same amount. You just had to be the first one to like. Oh, okay. So yeah, you literally just reserved. You can. I think the max that you can get was 2, and then I think it was like the first 3,300 were the pre-sale, and those launched like a few hours before the soft launch, like the
It was
public
the day
launch.
before. Yeah.
The day before, the day before, and then after that, they sold like the other 7,000, which sold out in 4 minutes, and then. I missed the launch. Like I literally tried minting 2 and the gas fee just took forever and I didn't get it. I had to eat the gas fee, which sucks because the gas fee you don't get returned.
$50.
And then I just bought 2 on the secondary market on OpenSea for I think 0.125 and then 0.135 I paid for 2. And now the floor is 0.2 and they haven't even been revealed yet. Dude, I'll literally nut if I get like a wicked rare one. That would be so funny.
I'm excited for the launch, dude. Like,
we're
not even getting paid for this, guys. Like,
yeah, we're not.
We're just gassed about the community. Like, it's super awesome.
That's cool, dude. That's what I'm trying to do.
I got excited when John sent me a message like that. I was like, bro, I was just trying to mint one of those. They sold out.
Dude, it's gonna.
But yeah, we pretty much tripled our money, John. Like, if you were awake and you sold, you would have tripled your money.
I know, but I'm not doing the same thing I did with Lazy Lions, bro.
Yeah, I know. That's what he was saying to me. He was like, I'm not gonna be like Lazy Lions.
Dude, like I'm telling you, like Evolved Apes is low key gonna rip.
Like, they have that game. They're building a game where you can put your NFT in the game, and you can fight other people with NFTs, and you can get ETH. Like
what was the meme?
Bro, everyone's doing this bullshit game. Like every single NFT project, that doesn't mean anything.
Yeah, but dude, like you have to,
Well,
you have to understand that
what the
NFT
hype's
gaming
there
is going to
for,
be
you know?
massive.
I
So
agree with that. Don't get me wrong. But like they're doing like Donkey Kong fucking 8-bit shit. So that's like
Yeah.
Well, that's Bored Ape.
But
yeah,
you
no,
can-
that's what I was referencing to there. Yeah.
I know,
But
but
you
like
can
they're
get,
the OG NFT Donkey Kong. Like imagine being like the owners of the OG Donkey Kong. They're the OG NFT. They're the OG NFT version of that, where it's play to earn. Like
I'm just saying that, like, when someone's like, "Oh, we have a game coming," I'm like, "Okay, cool." Like, whatever. Every fucking
yeah, but that's
project.
like the last thing. Who knows? I might get rid of them before then. But they have something similar to the Bored Ape Yacht Club, where they're airdropping a serum. Like,
You know what I'm really surprised about with NFTs is that it wasn't like a shitcoin pump and dump. Like it kind of was at first, but it's NFTs is still like a very profitable thing, and it's been like 2 months now. You can make a lot of money flipping.
Yeah,
NFTs.
I mean, because you can't like rug
because the
pull
price of
an
ETH.
NFT project like you can
You really
in shitcoin.
can. Yeah,
Unless you
I mean,
just
you can.
straight up
You can overflood the market with shit like fucking what Vault of Gems and Buddha did. I hate both those projects so much, man. But yeah, that's the only way you can kind of rug pull per se. But it's a lot more, exclusive. It's not like there's a fucking 1 trillion supply of shit coins. It's like there's 10,000 max, and that's it.
That's a lot better. That's what turns me on about it is the exclusivity of NFTs.
It's really cool.
Honestly. And plus, like right now is a perfect time to get in NFTs too, just because the price of ETH is lower. So it's it's people are going to invest in something a little bit cheaper of a price and not worry too much about it.
Mm-hmm.
Did China ban NFTs?
I'm sure they
banned crypto.
They probably did, dude. They ban everything. I wish it's banned fucking eating dogs and cats. That'd be nice.
We're about to see like a headline. It's gonna be like China bans fun in country.
No, because that's Korea.
It's like you have to wear an Alibaba like uniform.
What do you guys think about the Chinese like social score?
Alibaba uniform?
Got to work for them.
Do you guys know about that? The social credit and social score you have in China, and like that it's like how good you are as a citizen. It delineates like interest rates and like you can fucking get a car and like all this shit.
Yeah,
like it delineates your life.
Yeah,
and like you're constantly being you use your face now as a wallet when you go to stores and shit. It just like sees your face like, oh, this is Caleb Benedict.
How the fuck do they use their face?
That's what I'm saying. Like technology in China is so farther ahead than anyone else. But it's kind of crazy because if you fuck up a little bit, it's like that episode from Black Mirror where you have that social score, like no one's talking to you.
Oh yeah, I've seen
like
that.
You're an outcast if you like mess up. Yeah. It's kind of wild. Like you literally, your life kind of sucks in China.
Remember that VR episode of Black Mirror when that guy goes to like that freaking house and they're just like, you're like, and none of it was like he was in there for 0.2 seconds, bro. Do you remember the end of that episode?
That's crazy.
That's so crazy messed up. Like that shit scares me. Like that's where we're going.
That's the metaverse, baby.
That's what I'm saying, dude.
Augmented reality.
Like he was literally there for like not even a second, and like he went through all that shit. Like he like.
That's a good show, man.
Like, Black Mirror is crazy. But we've been going for a minute now. I don't know if you guys.
We should end this because I gotta.
We gotta edit.
We gotta premiere this tonight. At 5.
Oh wait, yeah, we're doing it.
I gotta edit it and everything.
Yo,
we should all give one quote of advice before we end this. Go around the roundtable thing.
Buy Ethereum.
Invest in
financial
Upstart.
Advice.
Listen, Upstart. Buy Time Traveler's NFT.
Oh,
that's it. My advice would be just like, especially right now, like just be aware of like. Don't just listen to what people are saying about their China bullshit.
Come on, out the window.
I don't know, like just invest when other people are fearful, and right now a lot of people are fearful about this China shit. So
invest, baby.
Take that with a grain of salt, and you'll thank me later by the end of Q4. 100% you would, because we're literally seeing $75,000 Bitcoin. I'm telling you. $75,000 to $100,000 Bitcoin by the end of this year.
$10,000.
Not financial advice. I'm not just making a bullshit like price prediction, but this negative supply shock is going to hit in probably a couple of weeks or month.
Let's go.
But that's an episode.
Let's go.
Peace out, guys.
See you guys.
See ya.